And that is that the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too. Me too.
You know?
Well, indeed, Bernie. Indeed, you would come out in defense of Hillary, the corporate whore candidate. The candidate that supposedly represents everything that you claim to be fighting against. Of course you'd come out and tell people to stop worrying about her emails, considering a new revelation found in newly released WikiLeaks emails, suggesting that you, Bernie, the so-called socialist revolutionary, had an agreement, had a non-aggression pact with the Wall Street candidate where you were not supposed to go after her too much over her corruption. According to WikiLeaks, posted just early this morning actually, Sanders had non-aggression pact with Clinton, who had, quote, leverage to enforce it. Robbie Mook email reveals. And here is the photo. This isn't in keeping with the agreement. Since we clearly have some leverage, it would be good to flag this for him. I could send a signal via Welch, or did you establish a direct line with him? And of course, they're referring, here's the full email link. So they go back and forth for a while in email. Of course, I'll put a link to this below. They go back and forth. This isn't in keeping with the agreement. So it implies that there is some agreement with Bernie Sanders that you're not supposed to go after Hillary Clinton in terms of her appearing as some corporate whore. Since we clearly have some leverage, so apparently Robbie Mook's implying to have leverage over Bernie, it would be good to flag this for him, to let Bernie know, hey, don't say this, bitch. And then he also goes, I could send a signal via Welch. Now, Welch is a reference to Peter Welch. And Peter Welch is actually one of the original, a very early Democratic congressmen. And by the way, these emails are as early as August 2015. Look, May 2015. So this is like the beginning of the fucking campaign. So is it possible that from as early as May 2015, Bernie Sanders had a pact to not be too aggressive against Hillary Clinton? Well, that wouldn't be surprising, because this debate occurred in 2015, early on. And look what fucking Bernie Sanders was doing, shilling for Hillary Clinton.
The Secretary is right. And that is that the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too. Me too.
You know? The middle class and...
So imagine that. Imagine how fucking stupid Bernie fans in the audience were applauding this, because they thought, look, we're the white knight. We're going to defend a poor woman against those evil Republicans going after her for her email. And it ultimately resulted in Bernie, the weak boy. Look at this. Oh my God. Weakness is the starting point of all male corruption and failure. Men who are weak resort to the most insane nastiness in order to prop themselves up in life. Instead of focusing on internally evolving yourself and improving yourself and strengthening yourself, you become a socialist revolutionary fighting for the poor, quote unquote fighting for the poor. You take everyone's fucking money. You say you're fighting a revolutionary. You make, according to WikiLeaks, you make little fucking secret agreements to not go after this evil, look at this evil bitch. And then when it's all said and done, you turn around and you endorse the woman who's the antithesis of what you claim to fight for. All right? This is what happens when you don't have balls. This is what happens when you're Bernie Sanders. All right? And that's why Donald Trump is important, because all these Bernie Sanders cucks, all they want to say is, you're a misogynist. Donald Trump is a misogynist. He said, grab him by the pussy. I'm a little weak faggot. I've never gotten laid. I don't know how to seduce women. Donald Trump is a rapist, but millions of women love 50 Shades of Grey, but he's a misogynist. That's all you fucks know how to do. That's why Trump is important, because you need balls, you little bitches.
I thought that was disgusting. The microphone, they just took the whole place over. That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will, but that was a disgrace.
Weakness is the starting point of all male corruption and nastiness and evil. Trump is not a weak person, so he doesn't have to resort to hiding in the shadows and doing shit covertly, which is what leads to backfiring, which is what leads to basically the destruction of civilization, because when you don't know what people are up to, you can't navigate reality in accordance with what's really going on. So people start to do shit behind the scenes in the shadows. Corporate interests, special interests, lobbying, selling the government out to foreign interests. So Bernie Sanders is the ultimate weak faggot. He is the quintessential socialist fraud. He covered for Hillary. WikiLeaks seems to be confirming that now. And it all makes sense now, doesn't it? It all makes perfect sense.
And that is that the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too. Me too.
You know? The middle class Anderson.
Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.